Another conversation with the game spitter. It's your boy Soldier Chris. Today we're gonna talk about Flatbed Conestoga. Is it worth it? What's the pros and cons of a flatbed Conestoga? Is it better than regular flatbed? Is that the best way? We're gonna jump right into it, man. Pros and cons, man. Number one, we'll talk about the pros. The pros is you don't gotta top no loads. Like it ain't no more tarping. Like no more tarping loads. You don't need no tarps on your flat. You don't need no more tarps on the flatbed. You don't need no it ain't no oversized. Ain't no oversized. None of that. Like you don't need no oversized signs. None of that. So you don't need no tarps. You don't have to tarp. You just you go to the shipper. They load you, like once you whatever. If you got a chain, a strap, once after the chain and the strapping done, you closing them doors. Like you watching them other drivers pull out and go talk. They might spend another hour or two, and you hitting the road. That's really good. That's really important for when you have a little bit of time left on your clock, getting in and out. You could definitely get more loads done that way, like faster, getting in and out. It's just how fast they're gonna. Now you only got to worry about how fast they're gonna load you. Understand that. The second pro is you can find good paying loads for machinery. Like it's machinery, a certain type of equipment that they don't want a tarp to touch it. Like they don't want it's some type of machinery or big some type of equipment that they don't want no regular tarps on that truck. They want it covered up. They want this machine covered up. They don't, because they ain't trying to. Because your talk can have holes in it. Like your talk can be dirty. They don't want this machine or whatever they putting on the back of your thing. It can't be touched. So and you get paid more money to have the Conestoga for that type. So when you trying to go Conestoga, you need to be trying to find the companies who got good contracts or on good loads like that. You see what I'm saying? Like good loads that's paying, especially in the summertime and the wintertime too. That's paying that good money for them type of machineries that they don't want no equipment. I mean, they don't want no tarps touching the equipment. I understand that. So you typically get paid more for that, having that type of trailer. Now a con is having a flatbed Conestoga is a lot of places don't want to load a Conestoga. Like they load flatbeds and step decks, but they don't want to load no Conestoga. So it'd be a lot of places where you would go, like you say you might get a load from New York to Texas. It pay good going in there, but nobody don't really want to load the Conestoga coming out. Understand? Like they don't even want to load it. So a lot of places you get stuck at certain places and end up having to take cheaper freight to get up out of there. Might have to take you some like you in Colorado or somewhere like that on the northwest states, you might have to get you some onions to get up out of there. Pay good going in though. Understand that. You see what I'm saying? Another bad thing about the Conestoga is you really gotta watch where you going. Like you really gotta be in your mirrors way more than anybody else pretty much. Because them tarps on the side, like you hit a tree, it'll take that whole Conestoga down. That whole tarp machine. I done it, man. That's how I know I done it. That's why I got the fuck away from Conestoga. I done it. You just ride and you chilling. You ride by like the regular tarp would hit the tree. It wouldn't bust that. But that tarp on that, I don't know what this shit made out of. But it's gonna rip it. You hit a tree, branch, any little shit that's too hard, it's gonna rip the whole thing down. It's gonna tell you, you're gonna pay some racks. The company gonna probably want to, if you work for like a 1099 type company, they're gonna want to fire you, bro. Or they want to make you pay half. If you work for a big mega carrier, they might, you know what I'm saying, smack you on your wrist type. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to be in your mirrors like hard, like besides on the highway. You get up that highway and you around tree areas, Virginia and all them places like that, California. Yeah, you want to watch that Conestoga. And another thing too, because in Conestoga, a lot of places you're gonna be backing in docks like drive-in would. So especially on the inside, they got the two walls on the side, or they might got some poles, some sharp ass poles. You don't want to open your Conestoga first, then back into it, because if it rub against it, it's gonna rip it. You're gonna see a long little rip down the thing. and now you screwed. Or coming out, a lot of people make this mistake, not coming in because you can't see, but coming out, they'll leave the Conestoga open going out, and it'll rub against the poles or rub against the doors or something, and then it'll rip it. So you gotta watch that. Always, it's a little work. It's gonna save you some racks and downtime. I'm telling you, it's a couple of days, because you ain't gonna just be able to go in these top shops or these places that fix the Conestoga joints and just get in there and get out. Only way you might be lucky. Every blue moon you might be lucky, and it's not even a lot of places they even do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like getting a little hole in your top, that can be patched up. I'm talking about when you like rip a long line, that's what happened to it. So you definitely got to watch out coming out of these consignees and shippers. Always shut the door and tighten it a little bit so you can see on both corners. Only way you can leave your doors wide open if it's a wide open space. It ain't nothing that's gonna hit the. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. Another thing is it's gonna be a lot of loads that's you're gonna find yourself. You're gonna be getting that. Maybe the wood, it might come out a little bit. It might come out too much, and the door don't want to shut. So you might want to buy you one of them things that solder. You might want to buy one of them things from Home Depot that can saw some wood or can saw some type product. Now if it's their product, if it ain't no wood, if it's something they product, then you might just can't haul it unless the forklift can move it around, and you're gonna have a lot of problems with it. The door ain't gonna want to shut on you. So understand that. Another thing too is you might go somewhere, drive somewhere. You might drive an hour and a half somewhere and get somewhere, and the load is too high for the Conestoga to shut. See what I'm saying? It's too high, and you might break the little top system, the little metal piece. I don't know if they call it brackets or whatever. You might trying to force it and pull it. You might break it. Sometimes you can have somebody, like say if you're at an army base or something, you can have somebody, because you're gonna need 2 people, maybe 3, that can like pull it up a little bit and let it and make it shut. So that's another thing. Like you get somewhere and they don't want to shut, now you screwed. Broker might pay you a couple of dollars for, you know what I'm saying, wasting your time, waste the whole day, but it ain't gonna be worth it wasting the whole day. Understand that. Another thing I liked about the Conestoga though, when you a lot of times, say you got the loads that you got to put chains on, you can just, like if it's pouring down raining or snowing everywhere, you can just open the front door to the front of the trailer and go in and just tighten the chains, and nobody can't nobody see you. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. Or if you got the 2-inch straps or something on the load, you can just go inside the trailer and just tighten it out, coming back the trailer, and just, you know what I'm saying, they can save you from, if you're parking on the side of the highway. If you're parking on the side of the highway, you don't got to just get out and worry about getting hit by a car, unless you threw the strap like the regular way, and you got to do it like that. But if you got the 2-inch straps, you ain't got to come about that. You ain't got to come about that off that trailer outside that door, unless the load is sticking too far out, like you're using all your space and you barely got the door shut. Then you're gonna probably have to open the whole Conestoga and tighten it. That's another aggravating thing too. A lot of times, sometimes you gotta open up the whole trailer just to tighten certain loads, and you can't tighten it because it'll bust the top, because it's so close to the tarp. So understand that with the Conestoga joint. What else? One of the reasons why I like it, but I don't, I rather just have a regular flat or a step or RGN, is because it's a lot of places that people don't want. It's a lot of people don't want to load it, and if you ain't with the right company, they got the right kind of freight for that Conestoga, or the right regional company, or whatever, then you're gonna be sitting, or you're gonna be getting a lot of low rates. Understand that. But except the companies that got, you know what I'm saying, they move, they got their connections. Them, you're gonna eat good. Especially like if you local or regional. OTR, that's kind of challenging. That's what I would say. If you still want to get flatbed money, I mean, and don't want to do the tarping, you can go about it two ways. You can either take the Conestoga way or get the flatbed and don't get no loads that require no tarp. You're still gonna run into different problems, but the flatbed is you're gonna leave a lot of loads on the table without the Conestoga, and then the Conestoga, sometimes it's gonna be hard for you to find a good paying load coming out of there. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes the loads that wouldn't require a tarp anyway, them the loads that you wish you just had a regular flatbed on, where you ain't gotta go back there, open the whole Conestoga. You gotta open it from the back, then you gotta go back to the front, and then push it back to the back, and then tie, and then do all that back down. Them the days you wish you had a regular flatbed. So it's never 100%. I love this way, the best way. Either way, you gonna run into problems, man. Did I cover everything with the Conestoga? Yeah. So that's like I said. I'm gonna keep saying. The number one thing you want to look for is, do they got good machinery rate? Unless local or regional type, and you still can make, you know what I'm saying, good money. You don't gotta really get dirty. That's another pro. You're gonna be more cleaner than a regular flatbed guy or step deck guy. You're gonna be more clean with that Conestoga. It's kind of like driving. Understand that, but you leaving a lot of shippers with doing the Conestogas. A lot of places don't want to load you. It's a lot, you ain't gonna be able to do no oversized loads, and some loads you might not even be able to do the flatbed loads because it's gonna be too high. You think that your Conestoga can get that load, but it's gonna be too high, so you ain't gonna be able to get it. So that's what you got to think about getting into the Conestoga world. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know what you want. I say try it, because it might be for you. You still can get some flatbed rates and don't got to do the flatbed job pretty much, as far as the tarping that drain you in the wintertime, or that is aggravating when the wind blowing hard. That's another pro. When the wind blowing hard in certain places, you ain't got to worry about that tarp flying everywhere. You could just shut the door. You just got to have the strength to push the door open and push the door back. That's pretty much all you got to worry about. Like I said, man, watch them trees, watch them branches, watch hitting any little thing that can tear that top, because that top, it ain't nothing for that top to rip, and you done. I'm telling you, it's gonna hit, because especially if it knocked down one of them bend them brackets, and you're gonna have to push your whole Conestoga all the way to the front, get some heavy haul type 2-inch straps and tie it up, and then take it and drive somewhere that somebody can fix it, and they're gonna tax you. Company gonna want to fire you or put you back on a flatbed type. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. You know what I'm saying? My input on a flatbed Conestoga. You know what I'm saying? Try it. I can't really recommend. I don't really know too many companies. I don't really know a lot of companies that just have Conestoga where I can just say you can go look at them. It's just, you gotta do your research. Go on Craigslist. Look at all the big cities. Type in Conestoga, see what pop up. You know what I'm saying? And try it out, man. Make it work, man. Try to find a company that got Conestogas and flatbeds. That way, if you don't like that, you ain't got to switch the company. You know what I'm saying? Say that job hopping and going in another hole with a new company, and you can just switch to a flatbed or a step or RGN type. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, man. Another conversation with the Game Spitter. It's your boy Soldier Chris. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, hit the dislike button. Instagram 704 Soldier Chris, man. Be safe out there, drivers. Go.